Choosing the right engineering program, it can feel like you're trying to build a bridge to your future, but you've got no blueprint. Well, today, we're going to take a close look at the blueprint offered by the BTech in civil engineering at SASTRA and see exactly how it creates a direct path to a really successful career.
So let's start with the big question, right? The one every student thinks about. What's the real difference between just getting a degree and actually building a career? You know you need that piece of paper, but how do you make absolutely sure it translates into the job you actually want? That's the gap we're going to explore. So how do you bridge that gap? Well, it all starts with getting a degree that really works for you, right from day one. And that means a degree built on a rock-solid foundation of credibility.
I mean, think about it for a second. In today's market, before you even walk into an interview, before you get a chance to say a single word, your resume is doing all the talking. And believe me, the credibility of your degree is the very first thing a recruiter is going to notice. And that first impression, that's where rankings really come into play. Seeing a top 50 NIRF engineering ranking, well, that's a powerful signal to employers. It immediately tells them that your education meets a super high standard of excellence. It gets you noticed. And it's not just one thing. Look at this, a NAC A++ grade with a score of 3.76 out of 4. That is exceptional. This isn't just some random number, it's a stamp of approval that looks at everything from teaching quality to infrastructure, and it carries some serious weight in the industry. It really just boils down to this simple idea. When recruiters see your profile, your degree already has weight. With that kind of foundation, your degree isn't just a qualification, it's an immediate asset. It puts you ahead of the pack. Okay, so credibility gets your foot in the door, for sure. But what's the thing that actually gets you hired? It's the skills you have, right? The actual tools. So let's look at how this program makes sure you are totally future-proof. The whole thing is built around what's called a design-focused curriculum. So what does that actually mean for you? Well, it means you're not just going to be sitting there memorizing theories from a textbook. No way. You're learning how to apply them, using the same industry standard codebooks to solve the kind of complex problems you'll actually face on the job. And this is where we get into the really cool stuff, the modern engineer's toolkit. We're talking about building information modeling, or BIM, using AI in your work, and even creating digital twins, which are these incredible virtual models of real structures. These are not just buzzwords, okay? These are the high-demand skills that companies are desperately looking for right now. And that's the bottom line, isn't it? Learning these tools isn't just for fun or for a grade. It's a direct strategy. Mastering them is what gives you a real, tangible competitive advantage when it's time for placements. It makes you the candidate they want. It's all about turning that knowledge into real-world, hands-on experience. The program lays out this really smart, very deliberate path to get you there. It all starts with that design-focused learning, which then flows directly into hands-on projects, both big and small, then into immersive internships and even real-world site visits. See how each step builds on the last? You're not just learning, you're doing. This entire experience is designed to completely transform you. You don't just walk out as a graduate with some theories in your head. You walk out as a software engineer with practical problem-solving skills. And this is so important. You also learn teamwork and communication. The soft skills that are absolutely essential for a successful career. Your pathway, and doing it with dedicated support behind you. Because, look, the program is built to support all kinds of ambitions. Are you aiming for a core engineering job right after you graduate? Great, you're covered. Thinking about higher studies abroad? There's a pathway for that. Or maybe, just maybe, you've got that entrepreneurial spark. Well, the Technology Business Incubator is there to help you start your own venture. It's your choice. So ultimately, this is the core value, the whole shebang. You don't just graduate with a degree, you graduate with a resume packed with projects, skills, and the kind of practical experience that recruiters are actively hunting for. You graduate totally job ready. So from a credible degree that swings doors open to future-proof skills and hands-on experience, the blueprint is crystal clear. You've seen how all the pieces connect, so the only question left is, are you ready to build your future?